Hi everybody, welcome to the Comfort Zone event here from the Davines Village, from the home of Comfort Zone. We've been working in this wonderful place since 2 years, and we feel very much at home here, especially here in this garden. The garden, as you know, because many of you already came to visit, as you know, is in front of the R&D, research and development of our chemist, where we formulate the product. And I think this is symbolically and pragmatically very important, because when it comes to consciously formulate our products, this garden has a role of a regenerative source of ingredients for our formulas, for our skin, and also for our planet, that, as you know, is something that we care very much. As a B Corp, we believe in a purpose that goes beyond beauty, but also we understand that formulas and performance and technologies are very important to satisfy our today consumers. Here it's the home of conscious skin science, and it's the home of the Comfort Zone community around the world. And I think now more than ever, the values represented by this garden, by this village, by our community are the values that are needed more and more, considering how the world is going. We know as human beings, we have inhabited this planet since a few 100,000 years, but only in the last 150 years, things have changed drastically with the Industrial Revolution, with the demography that is higher and higher. You know, we are many and many more living in this planet. So now we need to find a different way to inhabit the planet, more than disposing of it. And I think the way we imagine business, the way we imagine skincare and beauty is the right way forward. So I hope you're going to enjoy this time together. We have so much to share with all of you. Thank you for being here.
Buongiorno a tutti, benvenuti
Good morning
amici ed
and
amiche
welcome
della
to all
nostra
our
grande
friends
e bella
from our
tribù.
big and beautiful
Oggi è una
tribe.
giornata speciale e sono
Today
molto
is a
orgoglioso di
special
poter
day,
fare
and
questo
I'm
viaggio
really
in vostra
proud that I
compagnia
can
e di
embark on this
un'amica
journey in
carissima,
your
di
company
Barbara
and with a
Gavazzoli.
dear
Ci
friend,
siamo?
Barbara Gavazzoli. Are we ready?
Yes, Davide, a greeting and welcome to all our community connected from more than 45 countries. It's a great joy to have you with us, and we would like to send you a virtual
Allora,
hug.
preparatevi
Then get
perché
ready,
tante sono le cose che
because
faremo
we will
oggi.
be doing a
Avrò il
lot
compito
of
di
things
darvi
today, and I will just
un
give you
accenno.
a few
Oggi
hints.
incontreremo molti
We will
ospiti,
meet many
ospiti
guests,
interessanti,
very
ospiti
interesting and
curiosi,
extraordinary
ospiti
guests.
straordinari. Avremo dei
We
video,
will show
dei
you
video
videos
veramente
that are very
che
intense
meritano
and that
di
deserve
essere
to be
visti.
watched.
Porteremo delle
We will share
riflessioni
some thoughts with you
affronteremo
and
anche il
talk
tema della
about
tanto
resilience, a
importante
concept
quanto
that is
utile in
both
questo periodo.
important
Ma
and useful
soprattutto,
today.
visto il
But as
titolo della
goes the
nostra
title of
trasmissione,
our
parleremo di
broadcast,
casa
we will talk
e
about home,
l'affronteremo in chiave
and
di
we will do
pelle,
it in
di
terms of
tribù, di
skincare,
pianeta.
tribe, and the planet.
This is home. We are at home in our home, Davines Village, where we were welcomed by Davide Bollati, our founder and chairman, and where we will take a discovery trip. This is a home to welcome, a home where to create and where to study, especially nature, with curious and scientific eyes. And this is why we now go to meet our scientists in the home of science. We are in the garden, our marvelous source of science, our scientific garden, an open-air lab. We contacted several botanists, university professors, gardeners, and we carried out a lot of bibliographic research with the aim of collecting all the plants that seemed to be the most essential ones for sacred nature, our organic line. So we selected 3 ingredients. This work was carried out with Carlotta del Canale and Beatrice De Can, who looked for the most suitable plants for our line. So starting from this garden, we will extract our active ingredients. And to do that, we invested in a truly innovative extractor that will enable us to obtain very pure extracts, and as a matter of fact, extracts from living plants, because we can physically extract ingredients that are contained directly in the plant. So we extract them and we obtain a juice of that plant. So it's marvelous because we will be able to create these plant juices and incorporate them in our products. So as a matter of fact, we will have a living plant in the product. For industrial production, we wanted to have full traceability of our ingredients because we wanted them to be pure, active, organic, and therefore we started looking for local organic farmers who work in a virtuous way using organic farming, and we wanted to work in close contact with them. We help them in cultivation, and we are very interested in carbon sequestration, that is, in having growing methods that enable us to trap the environmental CO2 to be absorbed by soil cultures. From our garden to our farmers, universities, research and extraction, and lastly, production here in our plant. So this is a circle, just like the shape of our garden. Our garden is a circle. So everything begins here, and then it turns, 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 and then production and everything comes back here. We are here in the laboratory where the comfort zone formulas are created, and this laboratory is truly a magnificent place where we can truly create our formulas, I would say, in full freedom. We are also lucky enough to be next to our scientific garden, and for us this is truly a place of inspiration because it is an open book on science. Therefore, it is extremely important for us to be here in front of this marvelous garden. Here, as I was saying, we have the place where we develop formulas for comfort zone. We have defined a formulation philosophy that is extremely rigorous. It authorizes us to formulate products, but in practice, sometimes it is even stricter than organic standards because we have defined truly in-house extremely precise processes so that our customers are always reassured about the products we formulate. How do we formulate a product here? First of all, we have to select the raw materials, and this step is extremely rigorous, crucial, because we come in contact with our suppliers and ask them many questions, because it is important for us to know the origin of the raw materials, their naturalness, and especially the composition. Because when we select raw materials, we have a product that is a finished product that contains an active ingredient, and all around this active ingredient there is this canvas on which we work. And what we create in this laboratory is the canvas on which we have a result that we want to be natural, effective, and offer a sensory experience. Furthermore, since we care for selecting the active ingredients, with these active ingredients, we have to consider the sensory aspect, because it's important to have a product that is effective and that is bioactive on the skin, but it is equally important when you have a product that is extremely pleasant, and it must smell well. And when you apply it on the skin, you must enjoy that experience of marvel that makes you understand that when you apply it on your skin, it will be active and helpful. We work this way. This is our goal. Our formulation philosophy, our creativity, our rigor, and our pleasure in making products, because we are a team of passionate people, we all love our job, and we want to create excellent products. A passionate and tireless teamwork driven by a vision of ethics and sustainability. This is what makes our comfort zone research and development center unique, and this is what animates everyday work that is always new, where you need competence but also continuous curiosity and humbleness facing nature that always has to teach us something in terms of regeneration and resilience. It is a team that we wanted to meet in our scientific garden because this is our open-air laboratory, and it is so physically real, but also in an iconic way, it represents the bond with nature that we want to have as a company, brand and community.
Oh, I agree with you, Barbara. We must understand that skincare begins with taking care of our planet. This is fundamental. Knowing that every beautician that is taking care of their clients is also taking care of the planet is something extraordinary. However, we must fully understand the moment we live in first, to be able to shape up the future for ourselves and for our children, to get ready to find out more about the future and the challenges through the words of our CEO. Please welcome Mr. Paolo Braguzzi.
I'm sure that all of us heard a lot of stories about global warming. And needless to say that these stories have been told to us by the most reputable scientists in the world. Global warming concerns all of us and requires a strong call to action for us as individuals, for our governments, and for our businesses. So we must ask ourselves how a business like ours or yours does contribute to global warming. But before asking this, I think it's important to highlight that global warming will not destroy the planet. Global warming instead creates challenging conditions for us as a human species. And this is what we want to protect, ourselves and the future generations. Time ago, I heard a joke with someone saying something like, who cares about future generations? They did nothing for me. I hope you think differently and take responsibility, and not for those who will come in centuries, but for you and today's kids, because in 2050 they will be here, and many of you as well. Let's go back to my question, how businesses contribute to global warming. The answer is simple. They contribute to global warming primarily by using fossil fuels for the energy they need. Fossil fuels are responsible for a huge part of CO2 emissions, though they are not the only source, of course. But for our business in Davines, and for yours too, it's almost all about the energy we use. So what we can do to avoid causing global warming? Again, the answer is very simple. We can reduce the CO2 emissions and then offset the residual emissions. And I do not want to be shy on this. On the contrary, I want to say it loud. For sure, in Davines, we are not the leader in our industry for selling more than anyone else, but we are the leader in reducing and offsetting emissions in the professional beauty industry, and perhaps in the global beauty industry too. And I repeat it because I want to be sure that you appreciate it, you value it, and you share it with your customers as well. We are the leader in reducing and offsetting emissions. So how we do it? First of all, we use for our manufacturing plant and for the whole Davines Village 100% of energy coming from clean sources, 100%. Other companies could say that they are carbon neutral factories too, but when it happens, it's perhaps one factory out of 10 or 20. We have only one factory, and it is carbon neutral. Then, thanks to the fact that 100% of the energy we use comes from clean sources, our residual emissions are very low. Precisely, they come from the refrigerators we have at the village, from the production of biogas. But just to give you an idea, the overall emissions, the overall residual emissions we have correspond to 3 one-way flights from Milan to New York City. 3 one-way flights. That's it. However, as we still have emissions, we take care of offsetting them as part of a larger offsetting program that on top of the residual emissions of the Davines Village compensate the emissions of a big portion of the ingredients of our products. The same we do for the inbound and outbound transportation for anything we use and sell. Moreover, we offset the emissions we generate with our key events, like the World Air Tour. And finally, we offset the emissions for 100% of the packaging we use, 100% again. And here again, there is no other company in our industry doing this. And we started all this in 2006. So while in all these years other companies will contribute to global warming, sometimes without making any effort to offset it, we have been taking care of it consistently for many, many years. At the end, no doubt, we are the best friend of emissions reduction and offset. Something else I wish to share is how we practically offset emissions. We do it by taking care of reforestation programs, of which the most important one is in Ethiopia. And here I introduce another topic. There is no good solution to environmental issues that can exclude social issues. This is why in Ethiopia we do not take care only of reforestation, but we finance programs to provide the communities living in those territories with clean water, to create schools and help them earning a living wage by training them about different things, like at instance trees cultivation. So it's not just about doing less harm, it's about doing more good. But we do not stop with what we can do directly, because there are many other things that we can do indirectly. This is why we use our voice to motivate our suppliers to reduce their emissions themselves. And today we have 123 suppliers of our suppliers using energy from renewable sources. So after us and our suppliers, what is left? Well, it's you, and you can do much as well. And you can do it in a simple way, which is stop using fossil fuels for the energy you use in your spa or in your beauty salon. If you use electricity, this is quite easy to do, almost everywhere in the world. You just need to take the time to look for a local provider of clean energy and go with them, even if it could cost a little more. And if you use gas, then the right choice is biogas. I know that this could be a bit harder to source because there are not many local providers, or they're not everywhere, but still you can start reducing your emissions by using clean electricity to power your lights and your appliances. So if you do not want to contribute to global warming, sorry, you have no other choice. You have to find ways to stop using fossil fuels for the energy you use. No excuses. And think for a while how beautiful it would be for each of you to contribute to the creation of the first ever community of clean energy spas and beauty salons in the world. How strong this message would be for the industry and for the society too. Yes, spa managers, estheticians and therapists, as much as the hairdressers and good manufacturers, can save the world. Let's make it happen. Thank you.
Well, this is definitely food for thought, isn't it, Barbara? But I have just one curiosity. What do you do exactly to take care of the environment?
Well, Davide, one thing that I have started doing on a regular basis is that of eliminating almost completely plastic from my daily life. In particular, within my family, we have metal bottles everywhere. We carry them with us, and we have taught also our 7-year-old child, and on the rare occasions when unfortunately they are not available or we forget them, it may happen, he actually scolds us by saying, no, that can't be done, and this is very nice because it means that we can be an example and our small ones can learn a lot.
Oh, I agree with you, Barbara, and as far as I'm concerned, my son behaves just the same.
They are better than us.
They're growing up well indeed, and it fills me with pride because today it is crucial that we set an example for others, as the future essentially depends on the choices that every single day each one of us makes.
And we, Davide, have made a lot of choices over the years as a group, a company, and with our community, and maybe we haven't told you all of them, and so let's find out now.
Do you want to do it now?
Yes, now.
All right, then let's go.
What makes a comfort zone product? Certainly, it's our ingredients, the carefully selected raw materials, the beautiful packaging. But what makes our products truly unique is the way we design and produce them, how we make them. And this is expressed in our philosophy, conscious skin science, our science-driven approach to skin to deliver visible results and the highest level of sustainability. We are conscious of the skin and we are conscious of the planet. And for us, this means acknowledging that we are all interdependent, realizing that every choice we make has an impact on us, but also on the people around us and on the environment we live in. We share a deep sense of responsibility and we act with intention. This approach guides every action we take and inspires all the decisions during the development of any new product, taking into account our impact throughout the whole product life cycle, from the creation to the moment the client uses it and the moment the finished products are disposed of. Our products are conscious as they carry all our professional expertise in them, our competence in treating the different skin conditions and different human beings that comes from more than 20 years of experience. We help the skin's ecosystem continually adapt to the external and internal changes and to help recreate the comfort zone of the skin, that is its optimal state of health and vitality. Thanks to the study carried out by our R&D team, and now, thanks to the inspiration that comes from our scientific garden, our researchers create conscious formulas, completely active, highly concentrated in natural origin ingredients and functional molecules, and without any unnecessary, inert, or aggressive ingredient for the skin and for the planet. We don't use silicones, mineral oils, animal derivatives, artificial colorants, nor sulfates. And we've also started on a journey to remove acrylates and ethoxylates to reach the highest standards of clean skincare. Suitable for vegans, our formulas are tested by the dermatologists to ensure they are well tolerated, and their efficacy is clinically proven by independent laboratories. Even our packaging is conscious, designed to be completely and easily recyclable. It combines a unique design with maximum functionality, avoiding any superfluous component. We are progressively replacing virgin materials with recycled or sugarcane-derived plastic and recycled paper. Since 2018, all our packaging is carbon neutral, thanks to a major corporate environmental reforestation project. And finally, our production process has a conscious approach too. In fact, the comfort zone products are made in Italy at the Davines Village in Parma, a zero-impact carbon footprint factory that uses only energy from renewable sources. We are really proud of these choices, and we know that we have embarked on a never-ending journey, which will require us to reinvent ourselves continuously to reach new heights. Comfort zone is indeed not a static place, but it's the ongoing quest for balance in a dynamic evolution.
You saw what an interesting journey from what nature provides to what we process with an action of new creation as far as your hands that add further care and efficacy.
It's indeed beautiful, Barbara. And as a matter of fact, this gives us great satisfaction and it leads us to the next journey, a journey that we'll take together. A journey from suggestion to value, the values of our brand, the values of our tribe. We have prepared a video specifically for this event, and it is a tribute to nature and to mankind inhabiting it. Let's have a look.
Da ogni parte, in silenzio, osservo le vostre vite che si intrecciano e governo il soffio di ciascuno nel respiro di tutti. Voi ubbidite a un tempo solo vostro. Così lontano da quello che scandisce ogni cosa. e la pelle che vi custodisce il cuore e i pensieri. È una delle innumerevoli case che vi offro. Ma vi lascio nel buio quando il passo si fa incerto e la notte vi spinge a cercarvi. Vi mostro la forma dell'acqua, al cui cammino indifferente affidare i vostri desideri. Resta a voi ciò che avete creato per voi stessi e il sapere nutrito dalle vostre domande senza fine. Io sono la vostra casa, come lo è la vostra pelle, ma è alle scelte di ciascuno che è affidata la cura di entrambe. La cura di entrambe.
Ciao a tutti amici.
Hi dear
Vorrei
friends,
portarvi una
I would like to
riflessione
share a
che
thought
è
that
sicuramente
is certainly
intrinseca alla
parts
nostra
of our
comfort
comfort
zone, ma è una
zone,
riflessione
but it
che
is a
spero che
thought that I
accompagni voi
hope
come
will
accompagna
accompany
me,
you as it accompanies me
quotidianamente.
on a daily basis.
Il nostro
Our
rapporto
relationship
con la natura
with
da uomini,
nature as human
il nostro
beings,
ruolo di
our
uomini
role as
sulla
human
terra
beings
e
on
sul
earth,
pianeta
on the
e
planet,
nella
and in
natura. È
nature.
molto
It is
difficile
very difficult
capire
to
il
understand the
ruolo che
role
veramente
that
abbiamo
we
da
truly
uomini
have
sul
as
pianeta.
human beings on the
La
planet.
natura
Nature
spesso la
is often
immaginiamo
imagined
benigna,
as kind,
quindi buona,
therefore good,
accogliente,
hospitable,
sensibile alle nostre
sensitive to
necessità.
our
Questo è un
needs.
pensiero
And this is a positive
positivista.
thinking.
C'è un pensiero
There is
anche
also
opposto.
an
La
opposite
natura
thinking, that is, nature
ostile
is
all'uomo, la
hostile
natura
to human
dura
beings.
o
Nature is hard or
indifferente alle
indifferent
esigenze
to
dell'uomo.
a
Ora
human
io
needs.
non ho una
Well, I don't have
risposta
an
e
answer.
ognuno la propria
Each one
risposta la
feels
sente
the answer
vibrare nel
vibrate
nel
deep
proprio essere e
inside and
nella
in
propria
one's
disposizione.
attitude.
Ma
But
una cosa
one thing
certamente è
is
vera ed
true
incontrovertibile.
and certain.
Il ruolo
The role
che
we
abbiamo
have on the
sul
planet,
pianeta, il ruolo che
the
abbiamo
role
ogni
that we
giorno
have every day
esistendo ci
existing
pone non
makes
solo in
us
armonia,
in
ma
harmony,
anche in
but
distacco
also
con
detached
essa.
from
Vibriamo
it.
con la
We
natura, ma
vibrate
siamo
with
anche
nature, but
altro
we are
dalla
also
natura.
different from
Questo
nature.
ci spaventa,
And this scares us.
ma ci dà
But
anche la
it also gives
forza
us
di
the strength
camminare e
to
creare
walk
cose
and
che la
create
natura non ci ha
things
dato.
that nature has not
Camminare
provided.
è produrre pensieri,
Walking,
scoprire,
producing thoughts,
imparare
discovering,
un sapere, conoscerci,
learning,
avvicinarci ad altri esseri umani,
meeting,
tessere
getting
relazioni,
close to other human
farci
beings,
delle
establishing
promesse,
relations,
onorarle,
making promises and respecting
credere,
them,
avere fiducia.
believing,
Tutto
having trust.
questo non
All
è
this
insito
is
in
not
natura,
inbuilt
non è un dono
in
di
nature.
natura,
It's
ma
not
è
a
parte
gift of
delle
nature,
nostre
but is
esigenze,
part of
è
our
parte delle
needs.
nostre
It is
scelte.
part of our
Quindi vi
choices.
lascio
So
volentieri
I'm
a
happy
questa
to
riflessione.
share
Che
this
scelte vogliamo
thought.
fare?
What
Che
choices
scelte
do we want to
vogliamo
make?
essere?
What choices do we
Il
want to
nostro
be?
brand
Our
è
brand
un brand
is
di
a
prodotti,
brand
è un brand
of
di
products,
servizi, è un
it
brand
is a
di
brand of
esperienze
services,
per voi,
it is a brand
per
of
noi, per i nostri
experiences,
clienti,
for you, for us, for
ma
our
può anche
customers,
essere uno
but
spunto
it can
di
also be
riflessione, uno spunto di
food for
riflessione
thought.
che tutti
Food for
noi
thought
facciamo
that
per
all of
noi
us
stessi e
can
per il nostro
share
futuro
for us
sulla
and for
terra.
our future on
Sulla
earth.
terra
on earth, slightly raised from the earth, but not raised enough to find the air. So with this, I would like to say goodbye. I hope to see you very soon, next time in person. Bye.
And now, Barbara, get ready because we have 3 super guests.
I know that they have very interesting stories and examples of resilience. Can you tell us something more?
If you ask me, and let's say that we want to inspire the friends from our tribe with 3 experts who will talk about business and business people, about experiences and risks, but also about achievements. If you're ready, I'd like to connect immediately with our first guest. Are you there? And there he is. The first guest is Professor Stefano Micelli, who teaches at Ca' Foscari University in Venice. We would like to ask him a few questions, the first one being, Professor, what does the future of craftsmanship look like? Well, this is a very broad topic, which deserves to be framed correctly. There is extensive literature, there are books, some of which I have written myself, that have focused on new forms of work. Within these new forms, there is certainly the rediscovery of the figure of the craftsman, who boasts 2 tools that make the artisan work interesting in the current situation and in today's economy. On the one hand, there's the idea of meaning. Today, people want to do work that is meaningful to them, that gives them the possibility to learn from others, to be as independent as possible, and to do something that is more up their alley without necessarily having to follow the rules and instructions established by others. And this is true for the individual drive, for the ability and willingness of some people to make an effort to achieve their goals. On the other hand, this effort, this potential is met today with a technological scenario that benefits those who, either by themselves or with a few collaborators, want to start doing business in all the trades we know, such as the personal care industry and services, but also manufacturing, and the made in Italy in particular. Today, in this new economic and technological scenario, you can be a craftsman and make a sustainable profit by taking advantage of all the opportunities that the internet offers us. If I understand correctly, Professor, we could say, long live the craftsmen, but they must be in step with the times, so can craftsmanship and the digital world go hand in hand? Not only can they go hand in hand, they must go hand in hand. If we look at the numbers, at the statistics, they tell us that a whole generation of older craftsmen is having great difficulty today in meeting market demand. However, there's a new generation of men and women who are able to use the network and modern technology, and they not only meet client needs, but they're also able to imagine a new array of services that was once completely unimaginable. This applies to all sorts of trades, such as for sofa manufacturers who can sell online and be an interior design consultant. Oh, it applies to beauticians too, and it applies, more importantly, to personal care industry specialists who can tell others about their services and their business today in a new and original way, such as by using visual channels such as Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. One last question, Professor, and then we'll wind up here. Do you have any piece of advice for our tribe, for our friends, a resilient piece of advice that you would like to offer our audience? Well, I would like to offer a recommendation to all types of craftsmen, and that is work with young people, especially young people between 18 and 25, those we call digital natives. Digital natives have an inborn sensitivity for the digital world that leads them to discover new communication channels. The experts, scholars like me, talk about reverse mentoring, meaning that it is young people that mentor and teach old people. It is not the other way round. It is not us teaching young people. It is young people that tell us about the future. And I think that the real challenge is this one. It's opening up to the new generations and relying on them to face the future, which looks very complicated to us, but it's actually very straightforward for young people. So asking young people to help us may be a very important step towards finding a new meaning, so to speak, in what we are doing and making it more attractive and fun. Digital natives, you were saying. I was really enjoying your presentation, Professor, but mentioning digital natives was like a cold shower. You and I are from the same generation, I'm afraid. Thank you very much, Professor, for giving this presentation, and I really wish you the best of luck, and you deserve it. See you later. Goodbye. Goodbye, thank you. So here we are with another great guest, another very interesting guest for his story and for what he's done. He's a young entrepreneur from Brianza, and he's going to talk to us about the world of sofas. Please welcome Filippo Berto. He was the first in 2002 to sell sofas online all over the world. Welcome back, Filippo. How are you doing? Good morning, everyone. How are you?
Buongiorno a tutti, come va?
Well, I hope you're fine. I'm great, thanks. So, Filippo, I've got three questions for you. The first one is, what is the greatest challenge that you've faced in the world of business in which you started to operate? Without doubt, the greatest challenge was in the transition phase, when we started thinking about how to move forward and carry on the project that my family, with so many sacrifices, had managed to build towards the end of the 90s. The real challenge was being able to see the value that we had at home right in front of our eyes, but which many people unfortunately failed to see. I'm referring to very important things that we have, such as our relationship with the local communities. We are based in a very important town in the world, like MELA, where design was born in Italy, a town with centuries of history. And then we had relationships with internal collaborators who had grown with us, who were truly skilled at producing craft, handmade products of the highest quality. And then there was the story of my parents, which was an extraordinary story of people who started from scratch and who, with so much effort and sacrifice, tried to build something good. So, in my opinion, all these things had to be brought to the foreground so that we would be able to offer value to people who were looking for quality, who were looking for artisanal production. And so, thanks to the internet, the real challenge was to understand what was so important in reality, that could be important for so many people in the world. And by telling the story that we had, we could somehow build a bridge between our small town and the world. We would be able to grow, to have prospects for the future, even if the market, as you can imagine, was saturated in those years. So the market didn't need you at the time, right? But one thing that makes me very curious is the following. In 2002, about 18 years ago, you specifically decided that these tailor-made living rooms, these tailor-made sofas, deserved to be shown to the world using the digital tools available. How did you come up with this idea? But, at the time, internet seemed to be made specifically for us. It enabled us to connect with so many people in the world, for example, by writing a blog post, by telling our story on a blog, and it was perfect for us because we could really tell people about the only thing we had and on which we wanted to focus, and that is our identity. So we use videos and we use stories, and bit by bit, everything we built became our reputation. And then, with a snowball effect, it became increasingly stronger and allowed us to build a real company and a real brand in design, starting from MELA. Congratulations, because you really started from a small town in Brianza, and then you, thanks to the digital channels, you managed to conquer the world. So one last thought I ask of you: craftsmanship, the current global situation, and resilience. One piece of advice. The most important thing about resilience, in my opinion, and we have seen it in this really tough year, is the run-up period, in the sense that even when things go well, you have to be able to have that strength, that luck, to be able to see where you can become continuously stronger and grow. And then you have to improve constantly and create an organizational and a company culture that, when you most need it, allows you to be strong, resilient, flexible, able to go through really tough periods, as can be this incredible 2020. Can this be achieved? Absolutely. Right, Filippo, I am really, really happy I've been able to meet you even for just a few minutes, and I'm sure that our friends from our tribe are also very happy. I would like to wish a young entrepreneur such as yourself, who started his journey in Brianza, in our beautiful Italy, and who managed to get into the homes of the entire world. The best of luck. See you soon. Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye.
Another great example now of resilience. I'm very glad and honored to interview Anna Pacitto from Canada, Montreal. She's a hairdresser, she's a partner of Davines, and she's the artistic director of Intercoiffeur North America. She's the founder of Pure Salons, a strong advocate for sustainability, and she has over 900 employees. So I think we're all very curious to hear more from her. Hi, Anna, how are you?
Hi, how are you? So nice to be with you.
Yeah, and you know, we're very honored to have you with us, and we're very curious to hear your recipe to face these difficult moments.
Well, first of all, I'm really lucky because the founder of the whole group is actually my dad and his partners, and I came along a little bit later and pretty much took on his recipe. L'unione fa la forza, so together we are stronger. And so we have various partners, and all of our salons and our beauty centers are in different parts of Montreal and on the outskirts. And by sharing problem issues and resolutions together, we just become an incredible strength. So to me, one of my mottos that was instilled in me by my father is l'unione fa la forza. Together we are stronger. So here we go. I think that is something that is necessary, especially more so today with the situation that we're living.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, sharing means a lot, and this is really why we're all here. You mentioned your father, you mentioned your network, and can you share a little bit more about the choices that did change your life, your business life and your own life?
So something that I'm going to take credit for in instilling a change that pretty much spilled over onto a lot of our partners is when I switched over to Davines. I think it changed my life. I knew something was missing in my life, both personally and on a professional level. And when I changed over to Davines, it became all clear in my mind that sustainability was the way to go. And not only has it improved my personal life, my family life, but definitely our business life. We are focused. We feel that it is not just work. We are going forward with a cause that is for the betterment of our lives, both professionally and family and personal. So definitely.
So having a vision, you spoke about really going beyond work.
Yes.
Do you think that this is the key to resilience? Can you share some
Yes.
true life moments, true work moments where you have, witnessed this yourself and experienced it with your team?
Well, when business is the only focus, when numbers are the only focus, it becomes a job. When it becomes a lifestyle, it is not a job anymore. So you just become a lot more passionate about what you're doing. Going to work every day is not a job anymore when you have a focus that goes beyond a number. And it just makes you even feel better when sometimes the numbers are not what they're supposed to be, like now in this situation where what I'm doing most is trying to encourage people, it's not so bad, we're going to get out of this. And obviously having a very, very clear plan.
Okay, one last question. You mentioned your team, your inspiration, and how about your clients? I mean, how are you talking to them? How are you involving them in this specific moment?
Well, our clients, first of all, you have to gain their trust. And the best way to do this is to have them come in, to our beauty centers, our salons, and show them in a very clear way how focused we are in keeping them safe. Once they gain your trust, the word spreads like wildfire. We sent numerous emails informing them of our security measures and how we're facing the situation. And once they come in, you have to walk the walk. You have to show them that we're not kidding. Everything is in place. Everything is secure. We are going to a better future. All of what is happening, this is one of the key messages. Everything that is happening in the world as we are living it right now is necessary for a better future. There's no other way that we could have had a better wake-up call. It is a necessary movement for a better future. And if you convince your people, your staff, your partners, that this is a necessary movement, and then make sure that your clients are aware of this, that you truly believe that we're going towards a better future because of all of this, they start to believe it. And you have to be consistent, you have to keep telling them, and you have to stay focused and always in line. And that is, at least that is the message that we try to convey to everybody.
A better future. These are really the best words I think you could share with us, the best inspiration for our audience. I want to thank you, Emma, very much. I want to wish you good luck to you, to all the team, and thank you again for being with us.
Thank you for inviting me. Be safe. Ciao.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Deep and very interesting contributions that come from other sectors, because very often we draw inspiration from different sectors, inspiration that transforms and evolves us. Now we are going to meet a partner of Comfort Zone for more than 10 years. Her name is Wendy Fergus. She has a spa in Holland that is called Spa House, so they house of well-being, and she's a person who has always been very creative. She has designed innovation, but I have to say that right now, in such challenging times, she has been extraordinary, and I'm sure you will find her story very inspiring.
I'm looking forward to meeting her, Barbara. Let's go there, friend.
Hello everyone, welcome to Spa Huis here in the Netherlands, Dutch name for home of spa or spa home. And this will be our new location. In January we will open the doors, so we are really looking forward to it. I'm Wendy and now 10 years owner of Spa Huis and Spa Huis Kids. We give facials, body treatments and hammam treatments, all with the fantastic products from Comfort Zone. And we love it. Comfort Zone asked me a few questions. First, of course, how is business? It's a crazy world. As a business owner, you don't have time to hang back now. You will now have to do what you are good at. Be innovative in the attack and above all, do not hang back. Reach customers through all the media that the world offers you now. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you name it. And don't be stubborn in this time of this crazy world. See and look around you, and please do not say that everything is coming to by itself. I get to hear that so often. I hate it. I really, really, really hate it. Well, believe me, nothing is going to happen so easy. You have to work for it, and hard. If you think leaning back will make you mega sales, then I wish you the best of luck. You can't do anything about COVID-19. It is now the problem, and you will have to deal with it. In whatever way you can, but find a way to stay successful in business. Cry as much as you want, but the next day you have to pop. That is my key to success, no more, no less. You learn to do business differently, switch faster and sometimes outside of your business strategy. During the COVID period, we also had to close. We already had a web shop, Instagram, Facebook, all media channels were already running. This allowed us to quickly enter the market with new ideas. I thought, okay, customers can come to us, but we can go to the customers. So we developed the wellness box, a box where you can pamper yourself at home. Cleansing, masks, creams, foot baths, scrub, you name it. The nice thing was that people who ordered this box started giving it as a present to a family member or a friend. So in 3 months, we sold more than 6,000 boxes at an average price of €25. Because it had to be accessible to everyone, the boxes went very well, and because people used our product for 2 days, our sales of our custom products also increased enormously. So they bought a normal package, what they had used. We had 20 different boxes, from face, body, hand to kids and family, birthday boxes, you name it, we have it. During the COVID-19, we made videos how to use products at home. These were posted on Insta, as a result of which customers started to buy more products or other products. So we explained skin regimen or the fantastic Sublime Skin Cream, every product. But because we are also building this beautiful place, and which is so expensive, I wanted something more. Sorry, I am such a businesswoman. The harder it gets under my feet, the better I perform. So I came up with the idea of building a new spas together with my customers. They could buy a building block, stone, and when the building opens, you receive a delicious dinner or a spa treatment. So in fact, a gift voucher that is returned much later. So we get now the money and see the customers later. One stone is €150. We have sold building blocks for more than 20,000 euros in 1 month. It's unbelievable. All these ideas were communicated through media channels and could be bought through the webshop of Spice. And now we have also sold 7 trees in this new building. On this floor, business could buy a tree for 2,500 euros. And they will receive a 25-minute treatment each month for their staff for 1 year, for 15 people. The staff of that company will love it, and it's better for their health. And for spas, maybe we see new customers or reach out to them, or they make the treatment longer, so more money. And I love money, sorry for that. The company gets a tree in Spice Garden, in this garden, with their name on the tree. They love it. In 24 hours, we sold 4 trees, and in 1 week, 7 trees. And that's how we get through the COVID period. Innovative, smart businessship, digital and well-being, skincare have a future together. Don't forget it. Look to the market. Skincare games plopping out in the world. And to be honest, Comfort Zone Netherlands always requires a marketing plan for 1 year for spas. But honestly, you cannot make a plan for a whole year. Jump in at the moment when it's necessary. Function with the market, the world and your target group. So what is my key to success? Ask Comfort Zone. Think differently. Think innovative, and don't do what everyone else is doing. Look for innovations, look for challenges, and sometimes it doesn't work, but what if it's work? So love your job and love your customers. They love your back. Greetings from the Netherlands, and who knows, we will see you at Spice. Stay in good health. Bye-bye, everyone.
Davide, adesso cosa ci aspetta?
Davide, what's happening now?
Devo dire, Barbara, che questa sorpresa europea
I must say, Barbara, that this European surprise has really intrigued me. So now I want to use technology and my superpower to teleport myself to the province of Reggio Emilia. Come with me.
Let's go.
in a period such as the one we're going through, is it possible to focus on development and growth? In this period, we have decided to grow and develop and to expand, both in terms of our facilities and in terms of staff, and to hire new employees. We originally had 3 beauticians who became 5 in June and July, and now we have decided to invest in expanding the facilities that are dedicated to our clients. What are the ingredients for the success of a beauty salon? The ingredients for the success of a beauty salon today are basically 3. The first is to take care of your business in the same way that you take care of your customers. The second ingredient is to invest in the training and cohesion of your employees. And the third ingredient is to invest in the use of social media and the digital channels. How did you come up with the idea of delivering your products at home?
Well, we started working with social media very naturally. It has always been something important for our work, and therefore during lockdown this became our daily task, talking to customers, telling them what they could do to feel better, to help their skin, and therefore this all happened naturally. They were the ones asking us to purchase products, right? Yes, we were a little bit digital and social oriented in the past, and certainly this period has helped us deal with it in the best way. With regards to that, we have improved a lot on social media, and we have noticed that this has been very useful to communicate with our customers who couldn't come to our salon then. So there was a sort of communication and virtual sharing that has certainly thrilled us and surprised us. The work we carried out on social media helped us a lot, both to make our customers more loyal and to acquire new customers. And this continues because we have never stopped using social media, and every day we have new followers, and this is certainly a great satisfaction. We started from a home, the Davines Village, and we entered many different homes. Homes that belong to us, unite us, because the world is a home, just like our skin and nature that welcomes us. And we have heard a lot of resilience, stories, and successful entrepreneurship. An entrepreneurship that is founded on values. And this enables us to use these digital examples in our daily life. This is the wish we share with you, and we hope this is also what you can take home from this marvelous event we have spent together.
I fully agree with you, Barbara, and I would like to add that in the last period we have learned new things. We have taken part in online courses and meetings, among others. We've raised the bar in a bold and courageous way. And even if this moment looks complicated, we are actually taking an unprecedented quantum leap, which will lead us to be successful and to win again. We're not making a revolution, we are making an evolution. And when there's evolution, things change, to give us the opportunity to appreciate change.
We have reached the end of Comfort Zone on Air, the first World Digital event of Comfort Zone that has enabled us to stay with our community from the 5 continents, and therefore the time has come to say goodbye, but also to thank.
Now, I really didn't want this moment to come. I assure you I was having great fun. And I hope that our friends from home were able to live the emotions that Barbara and I have had the pleasure and honor to share with you in this first edition of On Air. There are many people to thank. We would need another entire episode of On Air. So I invite you to read the acknowledgements at the end. But let me say thank you to one person, or rather one family and one chairman. Let me thank the Bollati family, and I'm sure Barbara will join me in this. Let me thank our chairman, because only a forward-looking, ambitious chairman such as ours can project the idea of today's comfort zone into 10 years in the future.
Credo sia arrivato il momento di
That
dirci
said,
ciao, ma forse
I
c'è
think the
ancora una
moment
cosa,
has
vero
come to say
Barbara?
goodbye, but there's one last thing, isn't there, Barbara?
We still have a fantastic video, and it features our manifesto, the words and values that inspire us and will inspire us in the future together with you. See you
Ciao
soon.
tribù, a presto!
Goodbye, Tribe. See you soon.
Casa è il luogo al quale sentiamo di appartenere, dove stiamo bene e ci circondiamo delle persone e delle cose che amiamo. Ma i nostri corpi e le nostre anime abitano anche altre case, la nostra pelle e il nostro pianeta. Per questo vogliamo proteggerli e mantenerli in salute, belli e vitali. Il nostro scopo è di creare buona vita per tutti. Per i professionisti della bellezza che lavorano con noi, per chi si affida alle loro cure e per tutti quelli con cui condividiamo esperienze e momenti di vita e di lavoro. Siamo una B Corp e per questo ci impegniamo ad essere i migliori per il mondo, ispirati da una visione di bellezza che è espressione di sostenibilità ed etica. Grazie alla nostra expertise aiutiamo l'ecosistema cutaneo ad adattarsi ai cambiamenti interni ed esterni per garantire in ogni momento un'ottimale comfort zone della pelle. Grazie alle conoscenze sviluppate in 20 anni di ricerca costante e ora anche all'ispirazione che viene dal nostro giardino scientifico, i nostri laboratori creano formule sostenibili, efficaci e sensorialmente raffinate che uniscono il meglio di scienza e natura per offrire esperienze uniche. I nostri prodotti sono realizzati in Italia presso il Davines Village a Parma. La nostra filosofia è Conscious Skin Science. Benvenuti in Comfort Zone. This is home.